Alright, it's Ernest. This video I'm going to cover how to set the stroke of your pellet probe. Now, alright, to test the stroke of this pellet probe, it doesn't matter if it's pin probe or cylinder. This is a pin probe. It's non-adjustable. The only way to adjust it is by turning this bracket here. Alright, now the only way to test it, actual testing without measuring depth here, that's just measuring, not actually inserting the magazine, because if you just use magazine, you need to do this because there's so many accessories out there, different pin probes, different magazines. Alright, so prevent this cocking block from raising up by applying pressure to it, and you cock it till shear engages, and your click is holding it. Now here's a single shot tray, a carm, and we'll test it. Even though there's no barrel there, I ain't worried about the barrel. I'm worried about this pin probe getting in the way with a single shot tray or magazine. And just do that, and it clears. It's not touching the pin probe. Then you get ordinary FX mag, and it doesn't touch. Now you can decock it, since I got pressure on this gun. I already cleared this pin. All right, if you cock it and it hits this magazine and you can't load the magazine, you need to back out on a pin probe. All right, this is a left-hand thread bracket here. You need to screw it in this way to make it longer. All right, and vice versa the other direction. All right, and when you got it all set, you could test it again. I already tested it, but this is the quickest way of testing it before you put in all the top rail, because there's a lot of screws in there. All right, I like setting this pin probe to clear this edge here to get the maximum stroke. Stroke meaning this pellet probe pushing the ammo on or fully seated onto the liner. You actually test this, you could put the barrel in there in position, lock it down, and load it. Then you look at the barrel transfer port and see where the ammo is at, if it's fully seated, or actual position to see if it's not blocking the transport hole. That's the most critical one. And you can only push the pellet so far in, because there's a limitation. You'll start blocking the mag, and you can adjust it further out, but again, the purpose of it is inserting the ammo all the way in, not back. All right, that's your limitation, is not hitting the magazine or shot tray. All right, there's a pin probe I made, so this adjustment only applies to this. If I change it to another probe, I gotta make sure it's properly measured and inserting the ammo properly and clearing the magazine. All right, this will really lately when you assemble something, it really helps a lot. A really quick check to get this probe position just right, because it's very critical measurement to get that pin probe set properly, so you get better accuracy, efficiency, And let's see, another, okay, let me cover this real quick. All right. The spin probe. You need to test this. If you got the adjustable pin probe, if you do have one, you still need to adjust it till it doesn't block the magazine. But you can't have it too long that it will jam. All right. It will jam while you're cocking it in. It'll stop and get jammed in here if the pin probe is too long. What I mean by too long is this pin will push the pellet off the magazine before the cylinder gets in here. And when that happens, it's going to ride right here and jam, and you can't push it in. All right, you want this to be shorter, so this part of the pin probe is inside the plexiglass that far in, to ensuring this is inside the bore and properly aligned before the ammo leaves. I don't know if you understand that, but if it's too long, it'll drop and the pin probe will still be in there, and the cylinder part won't go inside the bore here. All right. I hope I explained that, but you can't have this pin probe too long. It will jam here, especially this homemade one. This comb here has to be perfect, smooth all the way up the ramp. So if you do push the pellet off the magazine before this cylinder comes in, it would have enough ramp there to guide it and clear the probe so it would fully engage the travel. All right. And the only way to test that too is by inserting the probe and push it like this, and it goes in, right? Telling you, if I had a pin way longer, it would stop and say, it won't go through because it's hitting this shoulder here, this edge, and the inner cassette is blocking it. All right, this is a final test when you do this. Make sure it's smooth, pushing the ammo all the way through into the barrel. I'm not perfectly aligned, that's why it's jamming sometime. See? All right. It's also critical to close a bolt in a certain speed and be consistent in doing it. And when you do it slow sometime, it catches the edge, then you could push it. See? If you do it faster, it doesn't do that. All right, and slow, it would catch it a little bit, thin gum. So it's not smooth closing because the inner cassette is hitting this ramp and going up, and you feel it when you cock it. All right, I hope that helps out. And something I left out, we'll cover later on. But yeah, see you next video.